If you're not familiar, Notion is a desktop and mobile app that helps you organize and manage your tasks, notes, and projects. It's basically a personalized digital workspace that allows you to keep everything in one place. You can use it to write and format text, add images, videos, and links, and even create to-do lists and calendars. It's really useful for project management and even to keep track of your daily tasks. I use it quite a lot as it is, but recently they've incorporated AI and it really takes the tool to another level. Now it can also act as a creative writing assistant and generate text in a variety of very useful ways. Let me show you a couple examples. If you don't have a Notion app yet, you can get it from notion.so and just get the app for free. But the AI features are paid, so it's $10 a month. Before that, you can try it. There is 20 free responses to try it before you decide whether you need it or not. I already have my app installed, and I created a new page called Notion AI Demo to demonstrate you the features. So to activate AI features, hit spacebar, and it will open this window with purple icons in it. So it already gives me some ideas of what can I do with this AI. So we can brainstorm ideas, we can write a blog post, an outline, social media post, press release, etc. So actually the very first one, brainstorm ideas, we can use it to kind of replicate the same process that we did with ChatGPT, generating ideas for a future presentation. So let's start with this one. We say brainstorm ideas on a presentation about smart cities. And let's see what it comes up with. So we didn't define how many responses we want, so it just generated a bunch. And these all are possible topics of our presentation. So here, once generated, it will ask you, what do you want to do with this information? If you click done, it will just stay like this, written. You can continue writing, which will generate more responses. You can make them longer, or try again, which will regenerate the whole thing, or just close this bar. So here we have our possible ideas. Let's see what it proposes. There is a brief history of smart cities and how they have evolved over the years. Remember that the prompt that we did was very basic. So comparing it back to ChatGPT, you can see that it's more detailed and a bit more interesting, I find it. The benefits of smart cities, examples of successful smart city projects from around the world, including Singapore's smart transportation system, Barcelona's smart lighting, and Amsterdam's smart waste management, the role of emerging technologies, case studies, which is interesting, the challenges and drawbacks, the role of citizens, the future of smart cities, the policy, so a bunch of very interesting ideas. Now, if we press the space button again and activate AI, let's try continue writing and see what else it can suggest. It just gives us one more, the potential for smart cities to improve emergency response and disaster management. You can, of course, continue like that, or maybe select one of the topics. I think this one is interesting because it already includes Barcelona. We didn't ask for it, but it just suggested. So let's select it and then go Ask AI. And we can whether improve writing, which for now doesn't make a lot of sense, so as fix writing and grammar. Make it shorter, make it longer, change tone. We can also summarize, translate, and explain this. Explain this is interesting in this case because it will give us a little bit more context of what this topic is about. So let's try. What does it say? This text provides example of successful smart city projects from different parts of the world. Singapore has a smart transport. Okay, so it's basically just explained, but it's basically the same. Okay, so we're gonna say discard. And now another thing we can do is to select it again and ask AI to create an outline for a presentation based on the above topic. Okay, that looks great from here. Now that it's done, you can either replace selection or insert below. So I'm going to say insert below. And what I like about it is that it already applied a nice Notion format. So it's easier to digest and work with this information. And this is another benefit actually comparing to ChatGPT, because in ChatGPT, every time the response is generated, if you want to work with this text, you will have to copy paste it somewhere to your blog notes or to Notion app, and you can't really work directly with the text. So let's see what we got here. Introduction, examples of smart city project, benefits, technologies, case studies, challenges, quite similar to what we had with ChatGPT, but I think it's a bit more detailed and looks like it knows a bit more. Another thing we can try is to select these bullet points within the conclusion section, and we ask AI to write a script based on the selection. Nice, let's see if it makes sense. The first point is overview of successful smart city projects, and it says, smart cities are becoming increasingly popular around the world, and for good reason. They offer numerous benefits such as increased sustainability, efficiency, and quality of life for residents. Then we have the importance of emerging technologies, which is this next sentence. So this is pretty good. It just took all of the bullet points and created one script based on that. This is exactly what we asked for. Now we can make it longer. Let's wait for it to finish. Okay. And maybe we can ask it to make it more casual. Starts with, hey there, have you heard about smart cities? They're becoming a big deal. Again, this shouldn't be your exact script, but it can make you move from like this blank stage where you don't know what to start with, you don't know how to start editing. For me, it's always have been difficult to figure out how to start writing, start editing, and this is really nice because it gives you a really good base. So let's say replace selection, and here you have all this script. And ask AI to give me ideas of visuals for each slide. So slide 1, a photo of Singapore's smart transportation system with an overlay of statistics showing how it has reduced traffic and improved public transportation. This is really good. Slide 2, an image of a city skyline with icons representing the various benefits of smart cities. Slide 3, a collage of images showcasing different aspects of smart city technology, such as sensors, data visualization, and communication networks. This, I think it's really valuable, especially for those of you who are not designers or maybe not as visual with the information. So it can give you really nice ideas of what to actually use on your slide, because we don't want to put a lot of text on our slides and we don't want to go there just with bullet points. So these ideas, you can save them and then maybe go look for similar images or generate your own ones in AI image generators. Now let's try another thing. I'm gonna discard this and I'm gonna actually delete everything from the page. And I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT and I'm gonna take the outline that we created, the last one. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it to Notion AI. And now we can expand each of the section. So for example, I'm gonna select Introduction and ask AI to create 5 slides with a script based on the selection. So it says slide 1, title slide with image of Barcelona skyline, and the narrator. Okay, let's wait. And narrator says, good morning, afternoon, everyone. My name is Nanana and I'm a sustainability expert. Today I'm excited to talk to you about the importance of smart city projects with the focus on the city of Barcelona. Slide 2, as the world becomes increasingly urbanized, so it follows the script, follows the idea pretty well. And I'm gonna go to ChatGPT, back to what we generated before. I'm gonna grab one of the pieces of a script, for example, this one, Slide Barcelona leading example. And I'm gonna copy this text, which is pretty short, and I'm gonna paste it here to Notion AI, select it, and say, make longer. Let's insert below to compare and see what it's saying. So the original was, Barcelona serves as a leading example of what can be achieved when a city embraces sustainability. This vibrant city has demonstrated its commitment to the environment and its people through innovative smart city projects. It's a reminder that change is possible, even in the face of daunting challenges. And our new text is, Barcelona is a great example of a city that has taken significant strides towards sustainability. The city has been able to successfully implement smart city projects that have helped promote environmental conservation and improved the livelihood of its residents. It added some details to it, also expanding the existing phrases. And if you feel like there is a piece that is falling short and you really don't know what to put there, you can try this feature. The result is pretty good. Although you might find it a little bit too formal for a script. So if you actually are planning to present and say this on stage, for example, you might feel like it looks more like a blog post or more like an essay than an actual speech. So what Notion AI lets us do is also to change the style of the writing. So we select the piece that we want to change, go to Ask AI, change tone, and we can try maybe make it more casual. So basically, it replaces Barcelona is a great example of a city that has taken significant strides towards sustainability with Barcelona is killing it when it comes to sustainability. So it basically says the same, but using much more casual words and simpler sentence structures. So this now looks a little bit more like an actual human speaking. You can make it more professional, you can make it more casual, friendly, etc. I'm going to replace and I'm going to keep this one. And again, you can continue having conversation with Notion AI, asking questions, asking for examples, or if, for example, you're happy with this piece of script, you can ask it to create 3 slides based on the selection. Now this is pretty good. It created the content for 3 slides with kind of bullet points that can be used along with an icon and very short points of what you're basically covering in your script. You can make more or less slides, maybe define what you want to see in each slide. Basically, the process is very similar to ChatGPT, except that you have like pre-made features, like make longer, continue writing, and things like this, which is more or less like a replacement of what you would do with a text prompt in ChatGPT. In the next lesson, I'll show you another great AI tool that works with large documents and helps you extract insights from them very quickly.